Powertext.ai enables you to generate commercial product descriptions and all kinds of other text for your products. In this demo, we are going to focus on two ways of generating text. One is using the generative AI module, which is using large language models. And the other one is the product text module, which is using a template-based system. I'll show you both. This is how the Powertext start screen looks. As you can see, there are also other modules for generating text for categories, for translations, for paraphrasing, for summarization, but we will go in more detail in other videos about this. So let's first focus on the generative AI module. If I click on it, I'm able to upload my product data and then generate commercial text for this product data. Let me first show you what the upload looks like. So if I go to Excel, it's an Excel-based system. Then I see in this case that I have another number of columns. The first one is the EAN column, the brand, the type, and features like the washing capacity, spin speed, adjustable spin speed, etc. So this is what I'll be using for the upload. So if I go to this, I'll click on a new upload. I'll give it a name. In this case, it's about washing machines in English. And I select the file that I can use for uploading. So it's this file. And after uploading my file, I have the option to also select the columns that I want to use in my text generation. It's an optional step, so I can also leave this out. But I can say, well, I don't want the EAN number in, but I do want something about the brand, the type, and the washing capacity, spin speed, etc. So if I do this, I click on save. Now I've uploaded my data. Of course, I need to give instructions on how my text will be generated. This is something that we can do in profiles. So if I go to profiles, I can create a profile. In this case, there is already one about washing machines, and I can configure it. Well, among other things, I can select the language, the target language. In this case, I selected English, but I can also select multiple languages. I selected the minimum and maximum number of words that it should use. And I also, most importantly, give the instructions. In this case, I say, well, you're a copywriter. You write product descriptions. They're always written according to the following structure. In this case, 3 paragraphs. One describes why consumers need this product. The next paragraph, we describe the USPs. And then the third paragraph, we describe the details. I also give some instructions. In this case, I said never use HTML text. Maybe normally you would leave this out or say use HTML text. Of course, that depends on your requirements. So I save this one, and if I go to the uploads again, I can then start my generation just by clicking on the green button and selecting my profile. So now it will generate my texts. And I already did this before, so let me go to the output. It'll take a couple of minutes depending on how many products that you have. And here you can see the results. So I have my data like the EAN number, the brands and the type and all the other features. And in the end, it added the text, the generated text. Well, as you can see, it generated 3 paragraphs, including a title. That's what I asked for. So this is the first introduction why you would need it. The key features, the USPs, and then also the details about the product. Now, as you can see, I did this for all the products in my test file, so I have a list of generated product text quite easily available. We recommend that you review this text before you use it, because it uses large language models. Sometimes it hallucinates, which means that it sometimes makes up a certain sentence, or it creates a sentence which might not be quite according to your requirements to the way that you would say it. If you don't want to review all the text because, for example, you have a large assortment, or if you say I really want full control of all the sentences that are being generated, we have the other option available, which is a template-based system. I'll also show you that one. It uses templates to generate a text. So I define a category, in this case my washing machine again. I uploaded my data already, so the same data is uploaded into this section as well. And then I can edit my template. If you go to the template editor, let's make my screen a little bit larger. On the left side, I see my uploaded data. So here are my EANs, the brands, the type. I can also review the data which is in, and of course all the other features which are in there as well. On the right side, I have the definition of my template. I already created one. Each template consists of one or more sections. In this case, I have the section for title, introduction, specifications, etc. And each section contains one or more text snippets. So let me show you what it is. In this case, this is a text snippet, and it can consist of one or multiple texts. So in this case, I see here I have an editor saying that I have a brand, a type, and the words washing machine. So I can edit this, and of course I can type something in here like this, or I can select a certain value from the left side, and then it will also take this over and show it in the editor. Of course, in the generation, in the end, it will replace those parameters with the actual value. So the brand might be Siemens or might be Bosch or whatever. Well, as you can see, we can also create multiple text snippets, multiple texts. And so in this case, I have the brand and the type, and then the washing machine. But I can also have the brand and the washing capacity, and then the words washing machine. And in the generation process, it will randomly pick one of those, which means that not every product has the same title in this case, but it's exactly what I want. If I want to have only one title, then of course I delete it, and then I just have one title. So if I click on the preview, then you can see the results. So in this case, just look at the title for now. I created the title which says Bosch, WAB, etc. Washing machine. But if I generate it one more time or several times, it will randomly pick the other one. So in this case, it says I have the Bosch 6 kilogram washing machine for the title. Well, the same we can apply also, but then for the other sections. And then we can also introduce some more functionality. For example, in this case, I have also conditions included in here. So for example, the washing capacity is less than or equal 8. So that means that these texts are only displayed if the washing machine, one of those washing machines that I inputted, is indeed less than 8 kilograms. Well, this rule, this condition, I can create myself manually, or I can let the AI generate this one. If I do this manually, I can just select the feature which I'm talking about. I can select the operator, and I can select a certain value. Of course, then I can type in some text here, but I can also ask the AI to help me with this. So if I click on the button Propose Text, I can select the temperature and the formality. Let's just now pick one. Then it will generate the text, and this text is then also referring to, in this case, the washing capacity, but also taking into account that it's less than or equal to 8, which are really the small washing machines. So it says looking for a compact washer with a smaller wash load, so it understands this, and it has generated this text. So I can do this. I can also choose to generate more text, of course. But I can also say, well, the first line, for example, well, is a great line. I'd like to say something quite similar, but not exactly the same. So then I can choose to click on the paraphrase button. And the paraphrase button will generate 5 more texts, which are added on the button, which have the same meaning, but use different wording. This is great because then not all the products will have the same sentences, which is also nice because, as you know, probably know, Google is looking for duplicates in text, and if it finds the duplicates in text, it will put you on a lower search ranking. So it is crucial that you have unique text, and this is a great way of generating text which have unique sentences in this. Also, if I say, well, I don't want to create my conditions myself, I can say, well, just propose me a certain snippet. So for example, if I take the aquastop function, and then again, I can say, well, generate a couple of texts for me, in this case 2. And it not only will generate the text, but it will also generate the condition. In this case, if the aquastop function is the same as yes, then you should use these texts. So if I go to the preview, I indeed see that, well, the text has been generating using the data from my products, and of course using then the rules and conditions that I set. Now I can go to the other products as well to see what the other products look like. This is the preview. Of course, if we generate the text, the output will be exported to Excel in this case. Well, the nice thing about the template option is that you can say, well, I have one template, but I can generate multiple templates. For example, for the title, a separate one, or for example, for an invoice line, or for example, for a search engine advertising text. So I can create multiple templates all within the same cost structure, so it doesn't cost you any more. What I can also do, I can copy a certain template. Let's do this. So I copy the base text, nothing else, I just copy it. And then I have an exact copy of this one. Well, this can be nice because if let me change the text and say, well, I want this to be the bol.com text for my marketplace. I now have two templates. And if I go to the preview or if I generate this, it will not generate one text, but it will generate multiple text. So this is the base text, which starts with Whirlpool 9 kilogram washing machine, and well, it has this format. But I go to the other one, it will randomly, of course, generate a new text for the same product, which means that I have two unique product descriptions for the same product, which is nice because then Google says, oh, I have two unique texts, so you're not going to be punished in a lower search ranking. Also, I can say, well, let's create a copy, but also translate it. And this is really nice because then I can translate the template, in this case to German, for example, and then it will not translate all the generated text, but it will translate my template. And this is really nice because then I can ask a native speaker to go to this template, maybe make some corrections and make sure that everything in the template is, in terms of language, is exactly correct. So let's rename it. So this is the German text. And if I go to this template, we see that the text is indeed, everything is in German now because it translated this. So if I go to the Aquastop function, then I can review these texts. They're in German right now. Maybe you can make some changes. If you think, well, this is not really a smooth sentence, then I can change it. So in the preview, I can also see this. So if you generate this, in this case, three texts will be generated: the base text, the bol.com text, and the German text, as you can see here. This will also save you on translation costs, and you are 100% sure of the quality that has been generated. Because, well, if you review these templates before, you will never have to review the outcome, the exported generations again, because you have reviewed this template. So this is a brief overview. I hope this was clear. We can go in other videos maybe in more detail about the other functions, but this shows you how you can quite easily generate unique product descriptions using the Powertext AI module.